everyone, Mama Mike here, and today is a quick video. This is a very quick recap of the Xbox E3 press conference for 2017 and also my thoughts along the way. So starting off, they start the show with a video about the internal components of a console, and of course we can guess that it's going to be the Scorpio. And all I could think was, are we really seeing Scorpio right in the beginning of the press conference? And then throughout the video they show Gears and Halo and Forza and other exclusives all within that same video about the internal components, and then they show the console. Phil Spencer comes out, I'm dying to hear what he has to say, and they announce the name of the console, Xbox One X. I can't believe all the improvements that have been made to the console compared to the original Xbox One, and I'm so happy that they still retained the same accessories. All of your controllers and accessories for your Xbox One will work just fine on Xbox One X. There won't be any new proprietary ports or anything like that, that this isn't compatible with it anymore with headsets and such. Very happy about that all your accessories from Xbox One will carry over to Xbox One X, in addition to all the games as well. All Xbox One games will work on Xbox One X. There is no, this game only works on Xbox One X. I was very happy about that as well. It is the smallest Xbox ever made, and just the look of it was so tiny. They showed a controller on top of it, and it just looked so small. I was shocked to see it. I saw just the original Xbox One, not the smaller version. And so seeing the comparison and the size difference, I thought, wow, that will save a lot of space if you're like me and you have multiple consoles within like your entertainment or media center, or even if you just have a smaller place and you just want a console that doesn't take up so much space, or if you're looking to get a secondary console or for traveling and bringing it to friends' houses. Smaller for a console is definitely better, and I was so happy to see that all of these improvements and all of the new features fit into that one package. Incredible to me just how small they were able to make the console. They finally said that the console was coming out November 7th, so that is only a few months away. I'm really excited about that. They did a technical demo and it had a female race car driver. It looks really cool, and it turns out to be Forza Motorsport 7. The weather effects and changes were so cool. I don't really play racing games, but I can definitely appreciate how beautiful this game looked, and just how it really did show off how improved this new Xbox One X is, just with the fluidity of how all the cars were racing, and there were no graphical kind of errors in it, or glitches I should say. The weather and everything rolling along with that, and the changes in the weather. It's not just that, oh, it's a rainy day and it stays that way the whole race. The sun came out, the clouds shifted. It was just so cool. Then Phil comes back out and he says that during this E3 we will see 42 games, and out of those games 22 will be exclusives to the Xbox. And so that really got my attention. I said, alright, let's see what they bring out. The first game that they showed was not an exclusive, but this was from 4A Games, and it is the world premiere of Metro Exodus. When I first saw the trailer, I started to think maybe this is something to do with Chernobyl. Before they said what the name of the game was, I'm thinking Chernobyl, that looks like there's mutated creatures and things. It's very creepy. It definitely had a kind of Russia kind of area look to it, to the buildings and things, and I thought, okay, we're somewhere in that region. Maybe this is a Chernobyl game. And then as the trailer went on, we see really big scary monsters and mutants, and it was just so technically cool because you're in what I can imagine is like probably a hazmat suit, and you can see there's a visor all in front of your face. The fog from the character's breath was appearing when they breathed. I mean, that is just so cool. And then there were droplets of water just at the top of the visor. I just thought, oh my goodness, seeing the fog appear and then dissipate every time they took a breath, it added something to it, that it added almost some tension of that measured breathing of you're in a scary place and you're trying to keep your cool. and then eventually the visor was, shattered during a fight, and it was just partially broken, and it was really cool. I just was shocked and stunned by this demo. I felt that way for a lot of times during this conference, but that really caught my eye, and it appeared that maybe the fights could play out in different ways. You are attacked by this like jumbo bear, this giant bear just comes out of nowhere, and the way that they decided to handle it was that they fired like an explosive crossbow bolt that then caused a very small like kind of land shift, and the bear kind of started to go off the cliff. And I wondered how many other ways could that play out. Could you fight the bear? Could you choose to do what they did and kind of divert the bear and then run? It was very neat, and I enjoyed the prospect of this game could play out multiple ways. Next, we saw the world premiere of Assassin's Creed Origins. Of course, this was a game that was leaked, and we all had kind of hints and speculations that it would be Assassin's Creed Origins, it would be set in Egypt, but still, this was the official world premiere, and my goodness, this is the first Assassin's Creed game in a while that I am very excited for, and that for me is going to be a day one purchase. Ancient Egypt just has so much to offer in terms of gods and mythology and the scenery. It might seem kind of drab sand and pyramids, but they made it beautiful. The bustling cities. I just think that Ancient Egypt has so much to offer in terms of a location for this game. And as I said, with the mythology and everything, oh my goodness, I'm just so excited for this game to come out. Some of the things that they showed was that you have like an eagle companion, and they will go ahead, kind of scout things out, show you where enemies are. I really liked that aspect of it. The stealthiness that we know and love from the Assassin's Creed games. I'm not the biggest fan of stealth games, but Assassin's Creed, I always feel like I appreciate the way that they do stealth. This was billed as the start of the Brotherhood, the start of the Assassins, so I'm very excited for that aspect of the story, that this is something they can start fresh with, and that it's once again focused on the Assassins and the Templars. Next, we got a brief announcement that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds will be released exclusively on the Xbox. It is currently available only on PC, and that will be in late 2017. It's something that looks really cool, but nothing that I think that I myself will play, but I might watch other people do gameplay of it before I make my decision on whether or not to buy or rent the game. Next, we saw another quick trailer. It was called Deep Rock Galactic, and it reminded me of just like Minecraft with guns. It really got my attention. That said, it was an exclusive. It said that there were dwarves in the game, so I don't know if it's going to be kind of like a fantasy world where we've got elves and dwarves and such, but they also have guns and they're exploring caverns. I really liked what I saw. It was a very brief trailer, but it got my attention, and I did enjoy the trailer that they showed. Next, they showed a trailer that is opening up. It is a zombie game. You can kind of see that right off the bat. And it's showing that you're kind of picking who's going to be in your crew, you're choosing where you're going to put your settlement, what you're going to do with it. It looked like they were maybe tending some plants and maybe a little garden. And I had no idea what this game was because I had not played the original game. But this was indeed State of Decay 2, which is another exclusive for the Xbox One. It looked really neat. I liked the idea of picking and choosing who your crew members are going to be and choosing where you're going to put your settlement, what you're going to do with it, kind of where you're going to prioritize your resources. I hadn't played a game like that before, so this is something that really interested me. And that was announced to be coming out in spring 2018. Next, they announced the Minecraft Community Marketplace, which would be coming this summer. They also announced that they would be unifying Minecraft across consoles so you could play with people that are on other consoles. There's also a 4K update coming out this summer. It was so weird to see Minecraft look so good, but they kept the look of Minecraft, but it was just so sharp and crisp. They had new water effects in it, but it kept the pixely and blocky look of Minecraft, but the lighting effects and just how crisp and clear it looked. It really startled me to see Minecraft look that good, and I thought, wow, maybe that'll be something I have to try in the future when I actually get a 4K TV, and if I get the Xbox One X, I'd love to see that for myself. Next, I was freaking out. I was pumping my fists in the air and shouting DBZ because they showed the new Dragon Ball Z fighting game. I had found out about this a few days ago because it was rumored online and there was a leak of the logo and everything, but oh my goodness, this is a fresh and new Dragon Ball Z fighting game, and it's like a traditional fighting game, just the side by side, not all of the flying around the great open spaces and everything. My goodness, did this look cool. The game is called Dragon Ball FighterZ. It said it would be coming out early 2018. I always like to hear that. And so I'm just really excited that this game is actually real, because I put faith in the rumors because they weren't too far-fetched. It wasn't saying that some fantastic DBZ game was coming out next month or anything. I put stock in the rumors because I thought it's not some crazy thing. And then to find out though that it was completely real, wonderful. Cannot wait to see more of that game. Next, they showed another exclusive game, and this is the MMORPG Black Desert. I have not played one of those type of games before, but there was actually an anime that I watched, and it was called So You Think There's Never a Girl Online, and it all focused around them playing an MMORPG together, this group of friends. And ever since I saw that, I said, I've never tried one of those games, but maybe in the future that's something that might interest me. And now with one of them coming to the Xbox One and the One X and the other iterations as well, now that one of those is coming to the Xbox platform, I said this will be my opportunity to try one of these games out without like a monthly subscription fee, and without me having to buy a gaming PC, because that's kind of just not what I'm interested in. So I was really happy that this was announced. It looked phenomenal. There was a wide array of monsters for you to fight, different fighting styles, including magic and just these fantastic weapons. And the characters that were shown were all very different. So hopefully there's a good system of character customization. After that, we saw a very quick and sort of vague trailer, but it really enticed me, for a game called The Last Night. It had a really interesting graphic style. It was big open spaces, but it was pixel dudes, and it was just so different from anything that I've ever seen. It's hard to describe the style. Definitely go look up a trailer for this game, because it's hard for me to describe what it looked like, but it was just almost like a mix of old and new. It was, old style art, but they did have these kind of bigger open areas for you to go in, and I have no idea what this game is about, but I am very excited to learn more about it in the future. The next thing we saw was a very quick trailer for a game called The Artful Escape. It was really peppy and just colorful. There's a man playing music throughout the whole trailer. I don't know if this is a musical kind of themed game or not, but it was very neat little trailer, and it's another game that I'll have on my radar. Next, I was once again freaking out, pumping the fists, because we saw Code Vein. It said it was coming 2018. I'm dying for more about this game. My goodness, the look, the art, the style, the actual story. I mean, there's maybe vampires and whatnot in this game. Oh my goodness. Very excited. So happy to see that on the E3 stage. I'm very happy to see that it is indeed coming to Xbox. It's not an exclusive, but I'm happy to see that it will be coming to Xbox, and I assume other platforms as well, the PlayStation, maybe even Nintendo Switch. But I was very happy that that game would be coming to Xbox, because I was honestly unsure if that game would go to Sony, because they often get more of the Japanese titles. The next thing that they showed was an extended look at Sea of Thieves, and it's a game that I think I would like, but I'm not really interested in the fully online component to it. I think that it looks really fun, and if I had a group of friends that all played games together, I think for sure I would be right on this. But most of my friends don't play video games, and it's a game that I think you'd really thrive if you were playing with people you knew and talking on your headset. But without that, just playing with random people online, I have a feeling it would just turn into malarkey, and I have a feeling that it would just dwindle down into hijinks and pranks on each other and not getting the missions actually completed. I don't know if there's really missions, but you know, not completing the objectives that you'd like to complete. I just don't know how good this game will do for people like me who don't want to coordinate that every night at 6 we'll log on and play this game together. I just want to be able to log on and play it, and I just don't know if that's possible. But maybe in the future that's something that me and a few friends could possibly coordinate. But like I said, I don't have many friends that actually play video games. Most of them really don't. That is coming early 2018. Like I said, it looked great. The freedom. You can just go and do what you want, go find buried treasure, explore underwater caverns, just float the high seas looking for a fight. It looked really cool. I'm just not sure if it's something that I would be able to play with my play style of I'd rather just find some random people online and join their game. Next we saw a very, very short trailer for Tacoma by Fullbright. No year or anything given for that. And then after that, we are shown an adorable little fox, and he is platforming and running around this very colorful world, and there was sort of a variety in the worlds that they showed, and I just thought, what is this? He's so cute. And this is Super Lucky's Tale, which the original game Lucky's Tale I believe was on the Oculus Rift, and so now this is coming to the Xbox One, and that is coming November 7th, and it is an exclusive to the Xbox family. And the next thing they showed, we finally see Cuphead again, and the whole time I'm just thinking, are they going to give us a release date? We're dying to know. This game, since it has been announced, has been on everyone's thoughts. When you talk about Xbox, you have to think about Cuphead. It's so unique. It's something we haven't seen before. And they finally gave it a release date of September 29th, and that is an Xbox exclusive. Next, they showed Crackdown 3, and giving us all the news was Terry Crews, and that was really funny. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And that is an exclusive to Xbox, and that's coming out November 7th. Strangely enough, after the E3 conference, there actually was a good gameplay demo. I believe it was like 5 minutes. And that wasn't shown at E3. What we got at E3 was another trailer for the game, and then they actually did a gameplay demo after their E3 conference. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check it out. It shows a lot more of what you'll actually be doing in the game. Next, they just had a quick reel. This was rapid fire games that are coming out. They showed Osiris New Dawn, Raiders, Unruly Heroes, Path of Exile, Battle Right, Surviving Mars, Fable Fortune, that's the Fable card game, Observer, Robocraft, Dunk Lords, Minion Masters, Brawl Out, and Ooblets. Oh my goodness, we're going to talk about Ooblets after, but there are still more. They showed Dark and Light, Strange Brigade, River Bond, Hello Neighbor, Shift, and Conan Exiles. So Ooblets. All they showed was just this tiny little taste in that quick reel, but I saw it and I latched right onto it and I said I'm crazy about Ooblets. And then after E3, their E3 conference, there was a little Ooblets trailer that got released. Oh my goodness. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited for this game because it's adorable. And more than that, you can customize your character in so many ways, and in unique ways that other games don't let you. Like they had a character who his hair was gone from the top of his head. He was balding. And that's great. You can have your character look the way you want them to. You don't have to have perfect hair and a perfect smile. You can look the way you want. And they had crazy colors for the customization options. And then the Ooblets. Oh, goodness, what I would describe it as, from what I saw, it's almost like you're growing these little creatures in a garden. And then they follow you around, and one of them punched another one, and it was adorable. Their little legs, the way they move, something about this game it enchanted me. And the humans in the game as well, they're just something about them. They're just normal. You know, they're not all big muscle men or crazy beautiful ladies. They're just these normal people in normal clothes. Some of them wearing, sweatpants and stuff. And it was just really cool. Something about this game was just so charming. So I'm dying to know more about Ooblets, and it is definitely going to be the top of my list for games I can't wait to see more of. Next, we saw a quick look at Ashen. Wow, this is an exclusive, and there's big monsters, there's ghoulish enemies. I'm in. I really liked what I saw of this trailer, the variety of enemies they showed. I really liked what I saw, and it's another one, top of my list for we need more information ASAP. Next, I'm freaking out again because Chloe from Life is Strange is in this trailer, and I say, oh my goodness, this is it, the Life is Strange sequel, and it's actually a prequel. This is Chloe before she was reunited with Max. So I'm really happy about this. From what I saw, the story is just going to be incredible, just like the original Life is Strange. I won't spoil anything about that game, but I'll say that in this game, we're meeting Rachel as Chloe's friend for the first time, and whereas in the original Life is Strange, we're looking for Rachel, Max, who we're playing as, doesn't know her. So it'll be really interesting to play it from Chloe's perspective, and Rachel is your friend, and we're gonna see it from her eyes, what happens to Rachel in this prequel, whereas then when we play the original Life is Strange, we're looking for her with Chloe. So it'll be nice to see what happens to Rachel in this game. I think she's going to be a very key part of this game, whereas in Life is Strange, she's sort of in the background. Life is Strange Before the Storm is the name of the game. Episode 1 of the 3 episodes will be out this August. Next, we saw an extended look at Middle-earth: Shadow of War, and this showed the improved Nemesis system. If you played the original game, there is a Nemesis system of you will fight the same people throughout the course of the story. They will come back to try and fight you again, the kind of leaders of each little faction or what have you. And they will come back to fight you again, and they'll be your nemesis. And then you also have options, though, to kind of take over these people, recruit them to help you instead. So they showed that system, which is improved upon from the first game, and that is coming out October 10th. The next thing that we saw was a game that just looked like pure magic, and this was something that I saw was rumored before E3, but that I wasn't sure if this one was credible or not. This is a sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. This is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Firstly, I'll say owls. Oh, there's owls everywhere, and they're adorable. In real life, I don't really like owls that much. I find them quite scary, but in this game, they looked so cute. I was in love with them immediately, and my goodness, I'm very happy that Ori and the Blind Forest is getting a follow-up game because it certainly deserves one. That, of course, is an Xbox exclusive. They did not give a date for release on that. Next, they talked about the backwards compatibility program for Xbox. They said that there are currently 385 Xbox 360 games that are backward compatible on the Xbox One, and they announced that now there will be original Xbox games joining that family of backward compatible games. That will be starting later in 2017, but I just thought that is excellent. So many people have original Xbox games, but maybe they don't have the original Xbox anymore. Maybe it doesn't work anymore. Maybe it's just a pain to hook it up. So now you can play those games again, and it said as well that if you had purchased those games in the Xbox 360 marketplace, that you would be able to play them on the Xbox One. You don't need the disc. If you own the game digitally, you will be able to play it on Xbox One. And they said that it would look better and play better on the Xbox One, One X, and the S. The next thing that they said was that there would be free 4K updates for major Xbox One exclusives. They listed a few of them off. And then continuing into the future, many developers will be releasing 4K updates for an entire list of games so that they will be 4K ready if you purchase one of the new Xbox One family of consoles that are 4K compatible. They finally told us the price of the console. We already knew that it would be releasing on November 7th, but now we know that the Xbox One X will be released November 7th for $499. Do I think it is worth the price? Absolutely. From looking at different kind of reactions online, a lot of people in sort of the PC gaming community were saying that to build a similar PC would cost more than $500. Obviously, people who play consoles, like myself, often are interested in PC gaming for what it is as a whole. But of course, I really would like better graphics. It's not the focus of why I play video games, but yeah, I'd like better graphics. I'd like 60 frames per second, but I really don't want to buy a gaming PC and have to upgrade it rather frequently in comparison to consoles. So to have the Xbox One X, which is as powerful as some of the gaming PCs that are out there today, and at a fraction of the cost, I'm very interested in it. I think $499 is a good price point. I personally wish it was cheaper because I think more people would get hooked onto it. I think it would have attracted more attention at a lower price point. I really want Xbox to do well. I want all the consoles to do well because I play all of them, and I want a thriving competition between Xbox and Sony and Nintendo. I want all of them to do the best that they can so that we can continue to get excellent games on all the consoles. So that being said, while I think it is worth $499 for sure, I do wish that the price point was a little lower so that more people would get on board with it. The last thing that they showed was an EA representative who came on stage to show Anthem and to show it running on the Xbox One X. This game really caught my eye. And I'm not sure if you have to kind of play it online or, if it'll be prohibitively difficult if you try to play it single player. Because the way that they showed it was that you're playing and then one of your friends joins and then the two of you go and fight the enemies and stuff. And it was really neat how they showed that, the player came up across an enemy that was way too high leveled for them. And they said, no, we'll come back to that another day. She just kind of flew away from it. And how you could change your mech suit, your exosuit, and you could have different things. You could be really big and bulky, you could be more streamlined and fast. Lots of upgrades and options for the weapons that you have on your mech suit or exosuit. I'm not really sure what they're going with for what they're calling it. But it really caught my eye. I just hope it's not a game like The Division, for example. It is extremely difficult to play that game single player. And while it's fun to play it with friends, it's just not what I personally wanted for that game. I wanted it to be a single player experience, but I did not want to devote the time to mastering that game so that I could get through it on my own. It was a lot more fun with other people, but it wasn't the experience I wanted. So that was a run through of the Xbox E3 conference. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite parts of the conference were and which games you're really excited for, or if you think you're going to be getting an Xbox One X. I have just been enchanted by so many games that were shown at the conference. There's too many for me to list right now, but Ooblets and Ashen and Goblins, oh my. Goblins is not a game. I couldn't think of a third one. I'm just very excitable right now, and I'm having trouble getting my thoughts straight. But wow, lots was shown, and I cannot wait to see more. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!